Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I release a legacy video every Friday. Hello everyone, Martin here back with another legacy video. And today I'm playing Phyrexian Dreadnought Dimir Tempo. So I played a list almost identical to this some months ago and I ended up going undefeated, so that was really sweet. Mm, since then, the format, like Grief has been banned, the format has, I don't know, settled into whatever it is right now. Heading into Eternal Weekends, North America. I wanted to give this a spin. I have a soft spot for Phyrexian Dreadnought. This is a creature that, for the longest time, was, I think, considered a meme deck or a meme card in Legacy, and it's not like it's moved up to S tier or tier one, but it has increased. Like the number of cards that enable this and are not terrible have increased. So instead of Vision Charm, let me just find that was a card this type of deck played before. Yeah, so this was in the olden days. There was a Dreadnought deck. It played Illusionary Mask and Vision Charm and Stifle as the enablers, and like Vision Charm. It's not terrible because it kind of protects. If you ever resolve a Dreadnought and then they try to remove it, you can Vision Charm it and sort of blink it out or phase it out. But this card doesn't really do much else that's useful. Whereas with Dress Down, well, this has applications all over the format, so that's pretty sweet. We're playing Psychic Frog because it's just too good to not play when you're in these colors, I think. Um, and then Nulldrifter is just like 3 mana draw 2 some amount of the time, which is kind of uncounterable, which is nice. So like especially versus other Daze decks, like having this as a turn 3 play when you're just curving out and then like drawing 2 cards that they can't Daze, they would have to stifle it, is kind of nice. Um, yeah, what else? I'm playing one copy of Torpor Orb because I think a lot of the time now, if people are on a Dreadnought deck, they're playing white, so they're playing Azorius or Esper to get Doorkeeper Thrall. So in order to have like one additional enabler aside from the 4 Dress Down and the 3 Stifle effects, parentheses 1 Consign of Memory, 2 Stifle, I added a Torpor Orb. Yeah, I've got a couple of Bowmasters because this deck doesn't really run a lot of removal, and Bowmaster is just like a really relevant card against any blue opponent. The sideboard, back then I wasn't playing, probably because they hadn't been printed yet. I'm not sure, but like I wasn't playing Consign to Memory. I wasn't playing Harbinger of the Seas, so I think those are upgrades. I kind of still like Turok, Dread Cantor, because I think this kind of deck can struggle versus Swords to Plowshares decks. And Turok is pretty neat there. Um, got 2 Fairy Macabres and 1 Dothy Voidwalker as means of graveyard interaction, and yeah, the Null Rods to kind of hopefully mess up the Mystic Forge, the One Ring decks. All right, I think that's probably enough. So let's jump into the league. All right, on the play for round number 1. I think I'm gonna reluctantly keep here because like Brainstorm plus Fetchland is maybe good enough. All right, let's play Underground Sea and pass. Like if they are a Wasteland deck, then they're gonna need a lot of Wastelands to mess up this hand. Lotus Petal and Underground Sea, so possibly Doomsday. Oh, it's this deck. Shuko. Think I cast Underground Sea here. Or play Underground Sea, I mean. Okay, so they have everything here. I think they have the Illusionist. Yep. So I could Hail Mary Brainstorm or just hope that Dress Down gets me there. I think I'd better off hoping that Dress Down gets me there. Alright, let's yield to these triggers. Alright, there's a Cabal Therapy. There's the first Narc Amoeba. Let's see, they might just Flashback Therapy right now. I'm gonna let it resolve. They name Force of Will. Okay, looks like they were able to beat this anyways. which makes me think they have like a daze in hand or a force. So 3 dazes have been milled. Force, 2 force, 3 force. I mean, they must have something that interacts. Well, there's the 4th force, right? Another Narcomoeba. So they have 5 cards left. That's the 3rd Narcomoeba. And they have to give up their Cephalid Illusionist. There's Memory's Journey. Okay, and another Cabal Therapy. Wait, doesn't this... I guess, like, okay, so I dress down. If they can't counter it, then they can Memory's Journey. Hold on. How are they going to Dread Return right now? They have only 2 creatures. Well, I think the play is to dress down anyways. So that's in. And they likely named Brainstorm here. But so let's say they Memory's Journey. I guess they just Memory's Journey the Oracle and then cast it next turn. That's the plan. So if I draw like a Stifle or a Consign or a Dress Down or a Torpor Orb, or hang on, I have Wasteland. Can they cast? I guess they could have a land in their hand. They have 4 cards in hand. I think they have to put Oracle on top of their deck, right? Because they don't have 3 creatures to dress down. Well, they're thinking. Memory's Journey, targeting Thassa's Oracle, Lotus Petal, and Cavern of Souls. Okay, and they get shuffled in, so they don't know the order. Alright. So I'm going to need a good draw here. That isn't a good draw. But I'm gonna Wasteland. They have lands, but it means that depending on if they have any lands in hand, it can't just draw the Oracle right now and win. Oh, is that end of turn? Oh, okay, never mind. No, that was the upkeep, right? Alright, GG's. Alright, and they are a Nadu deck and Urza's Saga. But I guess that's just standard for these types of decks. Okay. Alright, so I like the Dothy Voidwalker. I like Fairy Macabre, maybe? I think Harbinger of the Seas is actually also not terrible. Consign to Memory is fine. As is Fatal Push. And the Fairy Macabres, maybe. I mean, the whole graveyard thing, they can just pivot into, or just, like, be a Nadu deck, and then the graveyard angle isn't that important, but I think we have to respect it. I think we can get rid of the 2 Brazen Borrowers. And maybe we can cut like Nulldrifters. Still a lot of things we have to cut. Maybe I'll like board out Shoot the Sheriff, bring in 2 copies of Fatal Push as like kind of upgrades. I think maybe I have to board out all the Nulldrifters. And maybe I'll board out 1 Dreadnought. And maybe the Dothy Voidwalker, like maybe 2 pieces of graveyard interaction is enough. And I think Fairy Macabre is like the superior one. I forgot to check if my opponent had Teferi. I don't think I saw any, but could be. Choose to be on the play, and okay, I'll keep this. His hand promises to be good. I kind of feel like casting Brainstorm here at end of turn because I really want to hit the second land and be able to cast Dress Down at the end of my opponent's next turn, so I'm going to do that. And there's a fetch. Maybe just like playing around Stifle. They like what they found. I like all of these. Maybe the Harbinger is the one I like the least. So let's put that on the bottom. And let's pass. What do you say, gang? No, I think I let this resolve and I save the Bowmasters for a like as a removal spell, but also like that lets me dress down this turn. Oh, holy crap, they concede? That's very interesting. Okay. So on the draw, is there any like things I want to change here? I think probably not. Kind of like the setup. I don't know. Maybe it's not correct to cut all four Nulldrifters. Maybe like cutting, like leaving in one or two, and then cutting one or two more Dreadnoughts is better. I don't know. I will keep this hand of fine playable Magic cards. Ooh, look at that Veil of Summer mana. I mean, I don't know. All right, Underground Scene pass. Brainstorm. Okay. And a Ponder. So they're seeing two of the same three cards, and they shuffle. I think I just take my turn here, seeing as I don't have an immediate 2-drop that I would want to play. Huh. Wasteland. They shuffled. Me. I don't know if I'm supposed to save Wasteland for Urza's Saga, though. I have double days to like really punish the like the like if they play Nadu here. Okay, I'll put back Underground Sea and I guess Wasteland. And then my plan is to fetch basic Swamp with this Polluted Delta and then see if I can get them with Harbinger of the Seas. Alright, let's get an Undercity Sewers here. Wasteland. I don't know. Like, I could play around Days by drawing another land. So I'm actually going to top this. And then I'll pass. Okay, they cast Ponder. Cavern of Souls. Okay. Which name's Wizard? Oh, it's Illusionist time. Sure. We have that covered. I think I Fatal Push this. And we'll see if they want to, like... they get an Archivy, of course. They know that was there. Draw with Ponder. Yeah, they knew that was there. So that's nice. Okay. Fortunately for us, a Narcomoeba doesn't really do that much. I wonder if they have basic Forest in this deck. Let's get the basic Swamp here. And let's cast Harbinger. I'm leaving up Wasteland because if Harbinger resolves, then Wasteland casts Consigning Memory. And if Harbinger doesn't, then we can Wasteland one of their lands, I guess. Do you play basic Forest? You don't. That's what I thought. Brainstorm, okay. Okay, Harbinger is in. Illusionist. Do I care? I will not force will this. And Thassa's Oracle. Okay. That means, well, that it already meant I can't attack with Harbinger because like they had it covered with these two. They like what they found on top, so they kept it. Now I need to find like a Dreadnought or a Psychic Frog or an Orcish Bowmasters. Okay. I will pass. Shuko. Do I force this? I think I force this. Okay, shield's kind of down, but not really. And we're on a 16 turn clock here. Oh, what the fuck? I could have just Shuko or consigned that. Duh. Yeah, forget Consign is a multifaceted card. Alright, draw Ponder, love that. And I guess I guess I'll take another Ponder here and then draw into the Dress Down number 2. But I am still concerned that they might be able to wiggle their way out of this if they... What's this? What is going on? Okay, so they target themselves to mill themselves. Okay, I've never seen this activated before. All right, cool, cool. Yeah, they can get an army of Narcomoebas. They mill 2 Ursa Saga. That's probably handy. I almost feel like casting Dress Down right now and then eating the Narcomoeba. I think I'm going to do that. Yeah, no, that doesn't make white mana, even though Harbinger is switched off. Yeah, they just tap their Tundra, but because of layers and whatnot, the, the, the more gray area parts of Magic rules, um, you can't do it. All right, so gonna ponder again, looking for a threat. That's not it. I'm gonna shuffle, and we rip another island. All right, let's pass. Sure, they mill again. There's a Memory's Journey. Another Illusionist, okay. And at what point do I stop playing out lands here? Not yet, I don't think. Also because, like, it's not like we can even shuffle them away if we get a Brainstorm. And I actually like having a lot of mana. Okay. Oh, they hit the jackpot. Another Narcomoeba. Beats are back on. I suppose eventually I will be able to, like, draw some creature with text on it. Are they at some point going to send the whole squad? Yeah, let's go. And they can just prevent the damage. Maybe since that's the case, I'm supposed to block the Thassa's Oracle. Yeah, I think so. I guess target creature. I don't know. So I think I've learned that Harbinger is really good versus them because they don't have any of the other basics, would be my guess. Okay, Ponder. Come on. Psychic Frog. Phyrexian Dreadnought. Psychic Frog, thank you. Okay. But I mean, they could have Force of Will here, which would be really annoying. But also kind of expected. No Force of Will, or at least none that they would be willing to part with. This is really annoying. They can they can actually just chump block with their Narcomoeba forever because of the Illusionists. I guess I can stifle one activation. So let's see here. I jump the frog and I attack. Then they put Narcomoeba in front of it and they activate Cephalid Illusionist, which I then stifle, and then they just activate the other one. I think I'm just gonna pass. There's a Cabal Therapy. That is a pretty big problem. That's a pretty big problem. There's the Dread Return. Oh man, I'm gonna lose this stupid Cabal Therapy, aren't I? Okay, I think I just have to let this resolve, and they will likely hit. I would be surprised if they don't hit here. They miss! They choose Force of Will, okay. Now they have to, again, be patient for their, like, in order to be able to find this the second therapy. I could shuffle or cycle the Dress Down here and hope to hit a Dreadnought. Okay, so what happens here? What happens if I attack with both Harbingers and the Frog? I think maybe I'm supposed to attack. Maybe I should have been attacking the whole time with the Frog because then they're not milling. Okay, so this is the play, and that's fine. So that's prevented. So now they only get 1 mil. And they choose not to do it. Okay, that's interesting. What a weird game. And there's a Fatal Push. That is actually pretty good. And I'm going to Fatal Push the Narcomoeba. And then I'm going to jump the Frog. And I'm going to discard some cards to discard these 2 lands here and the days. Like, I'm doing this assuming they aren't able to answer the frog. If they had creature removal, they would have pointed it at the Harbinger a long time ago. Now we get to draw a card. Another Harbinger. Do I play that out? So if I play that out, that's one turn where I don't have. I think I play it out though. Yeah, I was gonna say like where I don't have all of my mana available to me to use all these cards, but like they're not gonna do anything I don't think until they hit the second Cabal Therapy, at which point like they kind of get to pick their poison, and they did find it. And there's an Archamoeba. Maybe I was supposed to stifle that. Am I supposed to cast Dress Down right now? They might just daze it. You'd think they have some kind of like stuff that interacts here in their hand. Yeah, I think maybe I was supposed to stifle the Archamoeba coming into play trigger. So let's see. If they flashback Cabal Therapy here, they lose a creature, so they can no longer dread return. How many Narcomoebas are left? There's 1, 2 in the graveyard, and 1 in play. Do they play more than 3, I wonder? They're passing. Interesting. Okay, Orcish Bowmasters seems pretty good. I think I'm gonna attack with everything here. Okay, so they're blocking. Actually, let's stifle this. So they'll activate the second one. Then I'll Bowmaster that. I'll shoot the Narcomoeba. And let's see. Let's see if I'm dead here. They can take me off either Consign to Memory or Dress Down, but it'll leave them with 1 creature. They can't flashback Memory's Journey right now because they don't have a green mana. There's an Oracle in the graveyard. And they just pass the turn. Interesting. Second Psychic Frog. Okay. So I'm going to jump this frog. And they're at 11. I think I attack with everything except the Orcish Bowmasters. I guess I could have just pushed for lethal there. Yeah. Okay, let's pass. Okay, so they mill over Daze or Saga Brainstorm. I think maybe I Dress Down right now. So let's see here. If I Dress Down right now and they can force it, then they can flashback about. Oh yeah. I don't know. I still think I do it. Okay, Dress Down is in. I guess this means they can cantrip, but they've been able to cantrip the whole game until like last turn or like 2 turns ago. All right, cool. We win the match. Okay, on the draw for round number 2 with this hand, which I'm going to keep. Opponent is on 6. Uh-oh. This is oops all spells. Damn. All right. Do they also have the Spirit Guide to activate? They don't. Okay, so I have basically 1 turn to draw like a Stifle effect, which I don't. Do I just concede here? I guess I'll play out a land and I will see their deck. Here they go. All right, let's see. They have the Memory's Journey. Pacts of Negation. Thoughtseizes. Reanimate. Okay. So like sometimes this deck pivots into Goblin Charbelcher post sideboard. All right, let's just concede. There's been a patch recently on Magic Online that messed up the whole sizing of the cards and whatever. And since then, like the performance of the client has been pretty markedly worse than it was before. It's never been a great performing client, the Magic Online client, but this feels ridiculous. So yeah, I wonder if anyone else is having similar problems. Okay, so let's see here. Like Null Rod is good if they have Charbelcher. It's also they do run Lotus Petals. Let's cut the Brazen Borrowers, cut the Shoot the Sheriff, cut the Orcish Bowmasters. Let's cut one Nulldrifter, one Phyrexian Dreadnought, and I don't know, like the Torpor Orb maybe. I know it means actually no. Hang on, let's keep that because it does. It not only stops the Thassa, it also stops the one of the two enablers. Hmm. I guess I'll cut another, like a second Nulldrifter. Let's try this. All right. Yeah, let's keep this. This hand. This hand works. We can stifle an activation off of Charbelcher if they were to go like turn on Charbelcher. And they have Lotus Petal and Zap and a Bogart thing. Here's Dark Ritual. Under Obsidian Former. Okay. Okay. I think I stifle this rather than try to get cute. So if they have Pact of Negation, they pact this, and then we have to hope that Fairy Macabre is enough, which I'm not sure if it will be. They did have the pact. Okay. So let's see here. Okay. So let's see. Right now, I'm just gonna like balloon up the graveyard here. We have 3 Narcomoeba triggers on the stack. And they have this deck plays Poxwalkers, and I have to just read this. Whenever you cast a spell from anywhere other than your hand, return this from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. They have Memory's Journey. Let's see how many Spirit Guides they have. 1, 2, 3. All 4 Spirit Guides are accounted for. And 1, 2, 3, 4. All 4 Lotus Petals as well. So I don't think they can get to cast Memory's Journey right now. So if I were to, does this say, hang on. I just need to read my fairy. Is it 2 or 3 cards? Exile up to 2 target cards. Okay. So if I were to fairy the... How many Dread Returns do we have? 1. I only see 1. So if they... I guess it doesn't matter. As long as they get to the... They don't win exactly this turn. They have a Pact of Negation trigger coming, so... How many Thassa's Oracles are here? I don't see a Thassa's Oracle. Interesting. Does that mean it's in their hand? How are they going to win here? Is they have to therapy themselves? So how many therapies? I really wish Magic Online would sort of order this for you. See, 1 therapy, 2 therapies. So is that the take? What happens if I take the 2 Cabal therapies? Okay, let me just make super duper sure they don't have a Thassa's Oracle in here. They have the Jack-o'-lantern. So that can make green mana, right? Of course, thank you Magic Online, I can't fucking read it. Exile it, and then add a mana. So next turn they would be able to cast Memory's Journey. Right? Wait, how many Spirit Guides? 1, 2. Okay, so if they have a Spirit Guide in hand, they can get to green mana. And they could do that right now at instant speed. So then they shuffle the Dread Return. I still think the Dread Return is the take here. So Dread Return and then the second one is Bridge from Below or one of the Cabal therapies. I think. Bridge from Below doesn't seem to make a lot of sense. Yeah, I'm going to take a Cabal therapy. And hopefully, like, it doesn't matter that they can cast Memory's Journey and flash these back. Because, or not flash them back, but like hide them in the deck because they have the Pact of Negation trigger coming. Alright, they concede. Sweet. Alrighty, so I don't know that we changed anything here. Maybe like we Um, the Null Rod, we didn't see any like pivot onto Charbelcher, but I still think the Null Rod is fine. I guess I would need to know. I don't know. Does Null Rod in like affect cards in graveyards? I think it should, right? Like Jack-o'-lantern, but I don't know. All right. Can we keep a hand based off of force and days? I think we can. I think we have to. They mulligan to 6. But I mean, if they have a protected kill with packed backup, I can't really like. I'm not gonna go um, chasing double interaction on turn 0. I will have double interaction as soon as I get my turn. They multi 5. All right, let's hope we get a turn here. Jack-o'-lantern. Okay, that is fine. I think I ponder rather than like surveil. Oh, hang on. I shouldn't have done that. No, I forget. This isn't blue. The Nulldrifter. So I think I probably don't then, because I need ponder to be my blue card for Force of Will. Like even if I were to ponder and find Fairy Macabre, then I don't have Force and Days. I guess maybe having Force plus Fairy is better than Force plus Days, but yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't want to have to shuffle and then not have a blue card for the Force other than the Days. Okay, so they draw a card off of the Jack-o'-lantern and they pass. And here I would have loved to been able to surveil, but I made a misplay. So I think we play out the Torpor Orb before we play out Psychic Frog here. Torpor Orb means that they can't win with Thassa's Oracle without removing it. It also means that half of, like, one part of their 2 enablers doesn't work. I forget which one, but like Balstrich Spy and Undercity Informer, one of them, you know, one of them enters the battlefield and then has a trigger, where the other one is an activated ability. And if they don't, okay, so here's Duress. I'm gonna let them Duress my Force of Will because I don't want to daze, because that means I have to. First of all, the dazing a Spirit Guide deck is never safe, right? And that also means I can't cast Nulldrifter next turn, which I'm very interested in. Casting an Nulldrifter, like evoking it with Torpor Orb, means we get to draw 2 cards and then just have a 4/4 flying Annihilator 1 creature in play. Alright, opponent duresses and concedes. Let's go to round number 3. Alright, on the play for round number 3, and yeah, I'll keep this hand. I think I just float out the sea here. We can emergency brainstorm. We can consign a memory if they're randomly like the One Ring deck or something else. Or like, I don't know if they have Vexing Bauble, I don't know. I'm not going to consign to memory the Lotus Petal. Okay, so pretty sure this is Doomsday with Psychic Frog. So I'm going to daze this. If they force, I will brainstorm. They do. Okay, let's brainstorm. Okay, so that was really bad. Fuck. Okay. Well, let's oh, I shouldn't have done that. I'm just gonna be drawing my second Underground Sea here. I would rather have drawn the second Wasteland. So I'm gonna go feverishly digging for, I don't know, like Shoot the Sheriff, or I guess Phyrexian Dreadnought, or a Psychic Frog of my own. Okay. I like all of this. Let's draw the Force of Will. So I mean, they spent um 4 cards to get this into play, counting the frog, and I spent my days. Right, they spent the pedal, and then they forced my days. So it's gonna take them a couple of combat steps to recoup the cards. Thoughtseize. Okay, I'm gonna let them Thoughtseize me. And it was pretty clear. No, it wasn't clear they didn't have days before because, like, they forced my days, but I had a mana floating. Okay, so they take Consign to Memory. And I'm drawing Dreadnought here, and my next draw is Brazen Borrower. So I am going to Dress Down on my opponent's end step. Okay, they surveil away a swamp. If they're able to daze my Dress Down on end of turn, or force it, I guess, I'm going to be really sad. Okay, they are pulling away from us here with regards to cards. Okay, here's a Ponder. So what I really hope is that they just don't think to daze it or anything, that they think I'm just sort of desperately cycling it. The Dress Down, I mean. I think since they're Doomsday, they'll be pretty stoked to see it go from my hand. Because that is like one card that's between them and winning with Doomsday. Okay, they don't shuffle. Oh, hang on. Hold the phone. Fuck off. Okay, I force, and I guess you have force back. No, you don't. Okay. Interesting. But now I don't have. Why is this? Tell me why do you see down here in the bottom? One of my underground seas have these tap things happening. The other one doesn't. They're the same expansion. Magic Online is not in a good place. Okay, so what's the plan here? I can never favorably trade the Brazen Borrower with the Frog because they can just pump it. I don't know. They probably just have another animation spell. Also, this isn't Doomsday, right? So I think I am gonna Petty Theft the Frog. And then I'm gonna Wasteland Undercity Sewers while we're still in combat. So they can't use that. They have to spend their fetch land. Or I guess just play another land. Never mind. Okay, come on, Enabler for Psychic Frog, or for Phyrexian Dreadnought. Nulldrifter, okay. I mean, I'll draw the 2 cards. There's a Stifle and a Frog of my own. Okay. Well, let's see what kind of damage we're looking at. Another Frog, okay. Another Wasteland. I think I'm actually going to try and resolve all spells in my hand. And let's see if they have a Stifle for, or a Force for this. They do. Okay, that's sad. My Dreadnought is gone. And let's see if their last card in hand is Stifle. Or Stifle, I mean Daze. It also doesn't really matter, I think, because, like, I have 1 Frog to their 2. And we're on sort of life parity here. And they like what they found on top of their deck. Okay, so this is just like blue-black Reanimator now. I wonder if they play Dark Rituals as well. They choose not to shuffle. Okay, so they attack with both. They draw 2 cards. I'm not going to block because it'll cost me my Frog no matter what happens. They play 3 Undercity Sewers? Wow, that seems very interesting. And they like what they saw. Must be nice. Okay, and they find the Gristlebrand. Alright. I think I want the Fatal Pushes and the Graveyard Hate. I don't think I want Harbinger. I thought about it briefly, but they also have Basic Swamp. Let's get rid of, I guess, Torpor Orb and like a couple of Nulldrifters. I'm not sure about Bowmasters. It's decent, right? I think I cut a couple of copies of Force of Will and call it a day. Yeah, this seems okay. Let's keep Let's just it's nice that we can end up operating on basics here if we want to. I think we want to. I'm gonna take my draw step here and ooh, do I want to play Psychic Frog? I really don't want to like have Psychic Frog countered and then reanimate it. I guess I have Fairy Macabre to stop that. Okay. Opponent has something to say about this brainstorm. Okay. Just the Surveil land. Kept the card on top. I think I get rid of the Dreadnought and the Brazen Borrower and pass. I haven't seen Wasteland from them. It's unclear to me if they even play it. Would be hard to fit that into a deck with Lotus Petal. Thoughtseize. I think I'm gonna not respect Wasteland. And I'm gonna cast Brainstorm here. I kind of hope they don't daze this. Alright, let's put, like, if we put Psychic Frog and Fairy Macabre on the bottom here, and they then go discard the Force, and then I guess they would have to then discard the Nulldrifter, right? Yeah. Okay, let's hide Fairy, right? And Psychic Frog, maybe? No, I think it's Fairy and Nulldrifter. They take my Frog. Do they have an animate dead here, or a reanimate, I mean? No, they just ponder. All right, excellent. So now we have it lined up. We draw Fairy Macabre, and then we can on their end of turn. We can cast Dress Down, and then untap and play a Nulldrifter. They choose not to shuffle. Fresh Ponder. Okay. Shuffle. Yes. Let's see that shuffle. Another Ponder. If they have another Thoughtseize here, I guess I just let that resolve and hope they don't. I guess I could daze that if I wanted to, but then they can daze my Dress Down. Yeah, I don't know. And it's another shuffle, and looks like they're passing. All right, let's see if this Dress Down works. Would be a pretty heroic force of will to toss at the end of turn. Dress Down. Okay. Would have loved to draw land, but I didn't. So they can daze this Nulldrifter, but then I still get to draw 2 cards, at least. They know I have Force and Daze. Okay, I drew 2 cards, and it resolved. Excellent. Okay. I think I just wasteland the sewers, and I pass. Let's see how they fare versus Nulldrifter. Petty theft on this. Do I risk the Force of Will here? I think I do. They could easily have days, but then this is going to come back into my hand and I can, like, evoke it again. Okay. They had Force Pitching Atraxa. Alright. And I think I ponder first. There's another Dress Down. That's neat. I think I stack them like this and pass. And we can just try this again. I mean, for games like this, it's must be very nice for them to have all these Surveil lands. I just can't imagine that you won't, like, pretty often have them stuck in your opening hand. Reanimate on Psychic Frog. I had a Brazen Borrower coming, and right now they don't have a Fatty in the graveyard, and they just exiled Atraxa. I think I'm gonna exile my Psychic Frog with Fairy Macabre, fizzle their Reanimate. That seems pretty good. They didn't have days before. Hopefully they still don't. Yep, that's in. I draw my days. Oops. And I evoke this yet again. Start off by drawing 2 delicious cards. Ooh, look at that. Hey, do you also like Dreadnought? Um, let's get Swamp here. Okay. I have double days if they have another bounce, like another Brazen Borrower. Petty Theft, I mean. Psychic Frog. Sure. So they have to... I guess I could just bounce the frog. And then they're dead. Yeah, let's do that. If they were to have force, I can double daze it. Alright, they concede. Sweet. So, on the play, or rather on the draw, how do we feel about this? This setup here. I think maybe I want a third Nulldrifter over the 4th daze on the draw. Yeah, let's try this. Alright, this seems like a keepable hand. Although a little bit vulnerable if they just have the combo. And they mulligan to 6. Yeah, I am going to keep. Seems they found 6 they like. They lead off with a tap land. And put Lotus Petal in the graveyard. Okay. I think I just lead with basic island here. Lotus Petal. Okay. I think maybe the Consigned Memory shouldn't be in my deck. I could have stifled that fetch land. But let's not do that. Psychic Frog. Okay. I think I brainstorm EOT here. Alright, so brainstorm, I don't know, like, we have to choose here. We either go for our own frog playing into a daze that they might have, or force, or we give them one turn to do, just have an unmolested frog, and then we try to go dress down with an Nulldrifter. I don't know. It's tough. Let's probably go for the frog here, I think. And I do shuffle away the swamp. Okay, my frog is in. Alright, opponent moving into combat. And they are attacking. And they're not jumping because they can't right now. So I think I block. And then let's see if they want to start discarding. Oh, they just... Yeah, that's why that combo is good. So I'm going to discard my Stifle, I think. Then they discard. Then I discard. This is silly. Silly, silly, silly! I discard Brainstorm. And then they Petty Theft. Okay. They don't get to draw a card. But they do, like, bounce mine. Love to draw Fairy Macabre here. Yeah, I don't know, like, if I play my frog, I can stop them from drawing that card. But is that good enough? Oh, I have so much I want to do and not enough mana. I could also, like, try and Petty Theft it. Alright, I think I am going to try for the Dress Down, like, here's another frog, okay. Well, that's not Animate Dead, at least. Oh, but they just had Reanimate? God damn it. Yeah, I guess I just lose. Like, I can Dress Down it. Like, right now, but then I don't have Dress Down from Nulldrifter, and then they still just have a 7/7 that I then have to spend a turn casting, like, Petty Theft on, where they just get to, like, unmolested attack and draw 2 cards a turn. That's so annoying. I think I have to Dress Down, right? Yay, a Wasteland. Alright. Alright. Let's see if we draw something useful here, but I don't know that there's a way back for us. Well, we can at least resolve our own frog here and then, like, bounce the brazen or the Atraxa. And yikes, they draw Brainstorm. So good. Alright, they Thoughtseize me. I could discard my hand, but I mean, that doesn't seem to make sense. That wouldn't make any sense, actually. Well, I guess it would pump my frog with an additional power and toughness. But I don't think that's where we want to be at. I wonder if my opponent is recording a video too. There's a lot of dead air time between each decision here for them. Okay, they take an Nulldrifter. They attack, I assume. They only attack with one. Hang on. So this is this is 3/4. It can become a 4/5, and mine can only become a 3. Okay, maybe if I draw like a Stifle or something. Ooh, Fatal Push. That's nice. Can't cast Voidwalker and Fatal Push on the same turn here. We don't have enough black. How about if we kill their frog that's sitting back here? Then we attack. Maybe I'm supposed to evoke the Nulldrifter first. I'm not sure. Let's evoke this Nulldrifter. There's a Fairy Macabre. Okay. Okay. So we take 3. And they draw a card. Show and Tell. Oh, crap. Right. Well, let's put in Voidwalker. They get their Atraxa. And they get to reveal a whole bunch of stuff here. Okay, so they choose Gristlebrand, Show and Tell, and what? And Fatal Push. So they push what? They push my friend. Alright. Yeah, that's probably game. I guess Shoot the Sheriff lets me kill Atraxa, right? She's not one of the things. I can't even see here. Okay, let's is there any reason to hold on to this Fairy Macabre? Orcish Bowmasters. So hang on. Let's say that they attack next turn with Atraxa. That gets them up to 15 life. Then Gristlebrand comes into play. If they then activate him and I flash in Bowmasters, is that a thing? There's also a world where, now get like, bear with me here. I brainstorm when they put Show and Tell on the stack, and then I have 2 Orcish Bowmasters, right? But the thing is, I can't afford to put in. No, I think this is going to have to be where I make my stand. So I think I'm gonna I'm gonna block the frog, which is not a winning play here, but my hope is that they will do the play that I just explained. Ponder, okay. It's probably not good for me. Come on, Show and Tell. No! God damn it. Okay, still looking for Shoot the Sheriff. There's a Dreadnought, but I'm dead. I'm a Deadnought. Yeah. Well played up by the opponent. They didn't have to do anything fancy. Alright, GG's. On the play for the 4th round, and oh, I'm gonna keep, but this polluted delta into Undercity Sewers really need to find another land, or I guess a cantrip. Hedge Maze, okay. Immediately I'm thinking Cephalid Breakfast or Beanstalk. Alright, And they kept on top. I feel like all my opponents have been like surveilling shit to the top. Come on, land. Land. Not that land. Do I take this and try and cheese them? I think I do. Then, like, my dazes are better that way, and as long as they don't also wasteland me, then we can, like, play a little bit of daze, get extra value out of Sewers game. There's the Windswept Heath. Makes me think it's breakfast even more. Okay, I said lands, but I keep getting the wrong lands, fellas. I'm kind of thinking this probably doesn't get all basics here, but okay, no, never mind. They have basic planes. Shuko. I Shukoed the sheriff, but I didn't Shuko the deputy. Come on, black or blue producing mana. Or another daze. Okay. So if they have Cavern of Souls into Illusionist or Nadu, then we're sad. Sad friends. Nomads. Okay, so they have two A parts or B parts, but not the other one. Okay. Urza's Saga. That doesn't need to get wastelanded quite yet. Come on, land. Land. Okay. So I think I will like nuke the Urza Saga here. And then I guess I will move to discard and discard a daze. As incredibly unsatisfying as that is. Now they have a 2-1. Hopefully my wastelands have sort of set them back, and my hand does get unlocked by any non-wasteland land here. Okay. Move to discard. Discard Nulldrifter. Also, it's quite telling that I discarded the daze. That informs them that the rest of my hand was good enough for daze to be the worst card. And I think if I were on the other side, I would read that I have more than, like, I had more than one daze at that point. So I'm gonna hopefully get a land here so I can start playing Psychic Frogs and having them source the Plowshare. Jesus Christ. How fucking annoying is this? I'm gonna get rid of Shoot the Sheriff. It's not gonna do anything now because they have both Shuko. Looks like they are wanting to do something here. Brainstorm. Sure. I could, that is almost worth like just snapping off a Force of Will, but I don't think it quite is. And yeah, like Shoot the Sheriff now, if they didn't have Shuko, then eventually there was a world where I find my second land and I could like Shoot the Sheriff the Nomads with the Nadu or Illusionist on the stack, but that's not going to happen now. Come on, play into my daze, please. That would be so good. Orm's Chant. I'm going to daze that. Get my Surveil next turn, if there is a next turn. They force. I force. They're force pitching Psychic Frog. Probably I should have pitched Daze here, but I expect to be forcing again this turn, in which case I will pitch the Daze. Holy smokes. They have another force as well, so they had force, chant, plus their combo. I mean, I guess I'm dead no matter what then. Cause they can now they just don't pay for the days, and then they have their illusionist, and then they've won. I'm assuming. No, they're passing. I'm not sure what this. If they're not dropping down the thing post combat, I don't know. Maybe I guess they had to move into combat to just clear my blue mana. That makes sense. Yeah, whatever. Okay, I'm just gonna let them do the thing where they show me the deck. Okay, this does just look like a stock version of this deck. One Dread Return, one Thassa's Oracle, one Memory's Journey. There were two Teferis. I only see two Nadu. Yeah. Alright, GG's. So they did show me basic planes here, but I do still think Harbingers, especially on the play, are pretty interesting. So the Harbingers, the Consign to Memory, and the Fatal Push, and the Dothy Voidwalker. And let's bring out some number of Force of Will, some number of Days, some number of Nulldrifter, and some number of Dreadnought. I guess maybe the Brazen Borrowers come out before I guess the Dazes on the play are kind of fine. It's the exact same situation as last game where like I have one land and no cantrips. I'm gonna keep not I am unwilling to learn. Okay, I'm gonna just fetch here or pass here, and I think I will stifle a fetch land. Okay, that's a hedge maze. That means I can do the same thing. They mill a Misty Rainforest. Okay. Makes me think they have lands. Undercity Sewers, come on. Yay! And it's even basic swamp. That's really good. Because, you know, we have Harbinger. Okay, Frog just resolved. Alright, opponent. What will it be? Please get not basic planes. No! Basic planes! My one weakness. Yep, they have plowshares. Not gonna fight over that. Yeah, the basic planes is gonna make Harbinger a lot less of a thing. Choose not to shuffle. Okay. I do find a land, so I am gonna put Harbinger on the stack here. We'll see what they think about that. If they just have a second source of plowshares, it does not matter at all, I think. If their plan involves Nadu and they don't have removal, then maybe they daze, so I daze. Will Harbinger resolve? It would appear as though it will. And now, if they want to get a Surveil and they have Plow, they would have to Plow first. And then I would, like, they can't daze, so that's interesting. But they just passed here. Ooh, that's really nice. So Nulldrifter. So Dress Down into Nulldrifter. I'm all about that lifestyle. I mean, we totally have to be mindful of their combo. Like, I'm just spewing off, like, combo resources. Well, mostly the Dress Down, like, anti-combo resources. Yeah, I think it would be a mistake to think that we need to use the game pieces for our strategy only defensively. Okay, so they have island plains, and I'm pretty unquestionably that's not a word, but I'm not questioning the fact that I think they don't have another plow right now, or they would have killed this thing. So here comes Dress Down. Dress Down is in. I'm not being allowed to draw a card right now. Maybe they do want to kill this anyways. I don't know. I kind of like this artwork for some reason. Can't really tell if you're like if the white thing is the sun and we're sort of on the bottom of the ocean looking directly up to the surface, or if it's some kind of magic, like white magical light coming from her thing. Okay, Dress Down is in. We draw Fairy. That's not bad. That at least means we have some defense here. They went to do something in my upkeep and tap their hedge maze. Not sure what exactly. Oh look, it's Dothy Voidwalker that I can never cast. Yeah, that's just good deck building there. Okay, let's evoke in the Nulldrifter and hope they don't have a second daze. And if they do have daze, you should probably daze right now before I get to draw my two cards. Okay, I drew my cards and now they brainstorm. I think if they do anything here, I'm just gonna not do any, like not gonna fight over it. I'd rather just keep my consigned memory. Okay. Sure. So I can't fight it anyways. Alright. And pass turn. And we pass. And we're in their turn. I already said we passed, didn't I? Sorry. Long, long pauses from my opponent all the time makes me lose concentration here. Okay, I'm definitely casting Force of Will here. I'm pitching a Stifle. Let's see if they have a Daze or a Force. Okay, thankfully they did not. But that's a pretty scary card. Okay, let's cast a Ponder. And shuffle these 3 lands. Dress Down. Alright, looks like they're just passing as well. Brainstorm. I think I risk it the biscuit and all that. And let's put back Dothy Voidwalker and I guess Stifle? No, maybe the Brainstorm. And like I could play Psychic Frog right now. Then they would still need to come up with a win through Fairy Macabre plus Consign to Memory. I think that's okay. So let's attack first. It is safer to not commit the frog here and commit the mana, because that would mean I would also be able to keep up Dress Down or Consign with Replicate. But I like this play if they end up coming up with a Source to Plowshares. This is another Teferi. Oh, it's Prismatic Ending. Yeah. Can't do nothing about that. So we draw the Brainstorm. Do we cast that now? We see one card we already knew, which is the Dothy. I think maybe we just wait. We're sort of in the lead here. Okay. They have a Cephalid Illusionist. And now they can start doing that thing where they manually mill like we just saw earlier in the league to prevent damage. I guess they can't do it this turn because it's summoning sick. Let's cast the Brainstorm. Okay. So now we get to do the Phyrexian Dreadnought thing. That's nice. I'm not going to do it this turn, but let's do it next turn. I mean, that postpones it for a turn, but it's still, like, it gives us the most open mana. Okay, they shuffle off the Ponder. Probably looking for... Oh, Teferi. Damn. Damn. Well, that happens. My Stifle and Consign are completely dead here. Okay. He's bounced. They now have green mana unlocked. And they have their combo. Okay. Alright. And now I just have to hope and pray that Fairy Macabre is good enough. And it probably isn't. They don't have the green mana though right now, right? They don't have any mana floating. Oops, and there is a Narcomoeba. Let's yield to that. And what, they're passing? Sweet. Alright. Okay, now they're continuing. That's weird. There's the Memories Journey. There's another Narcomoeba. There's the Dread Return. Still not seeing Cabal Therapy. 7 cards left. 4 cards left. 1 card left. Everything is milled. Did they just not play around this, or am I missing something that they get to do here? Dread Return, targeting Thassa's Oracle. Hang on, so on their upkeep next turn, they can cast Memories Journey if I don't exile it right now. And then they can at least like get 3 turns. But I mean, let's take the Oracle and the Memories Journey. Do they have the Jack-o'-lantern? But even if they had the Jack-o'-lantern, they would have to be able to make a colorless mana right now. Alright, let's see. They're gone. And they just F6 through it, I think. Shouldn't they be conceding right about now? And they do. Okay, cool. That was intense. Alright, I think Harbinger might not be as good on the draw and as a known entity here. Maybe I actually don't mind so much the Turok. I don't think they had Veil. Or maybe I would need to go back and look. Let's bring in the 2 Turoks here. And maybe I need, like, I cut 2 dazes and bring in 2 more Force of Will. I do kind of feel a little bit naked without the Force of Will. Yeah, let's try this. Yeah, like they had the Teferi. The only thing they lose to there is exactly Fairy Macabre, which fortunately was what we exactly had. Yeah, I'll keep this. Misty Raiden Forest, go. Opponent has burned off so much of their clock. I don't think it'll be an issue for them if they have the win in this game here, if they have the combo, but I mean, if they keep doing it, then it might be. Alright. Big pause here on my fetch. Maybe they're like thinking this is a time to fetch around a stifle, so then that would be true. I'm playing out Underground, or I'm fetching Underground Sea here rather than casting Snow-Covered Island because I have Dothy Voidwalker in my hand, and if I end up with a black producing land in the top 3 cards and I like the other ones, then I like the option of being able to cast Dothy next turn. Okay, a minute after putting the fetch land activation on the stack, I get to fetch out an Underground Sea. Hooray! Let's cast a Ponder. Okay, I think I want second Ponder and the Underground Sea. Drawing a second Dreadnought is not amazing, but the other 2 cards, good enough. I mean, I think it's pretty likely that my opponent is not just playing slowly, like thinking over decisions. I think they are just not at their computer or with Magic Online as their own sole object of focus on their computer. And I've been there as well often, and I have had people let me know that they thought it was really annoying. And it's tough. You don't know. People have some stuff going on in their lives. Who am I to judge if you should be playing Magic Online or whatever? All right. They're fetching, I'm assuming, a Meticulous Archive. No, Hedge Maze. Okay, yeah. It's so messed up that blue decks got like a Blood Moon effect, because now like they have to respect it, you know. I think I actually don't want to just tap out for Dothy and then let them end of turn plow, untap, go for the combo. So I think maybe I just cast a Ponder here instead. I think this is a shuffle. We have no enabler for Nulldrifter or Dreadnought here, so. And depending on what happens next turn, I think my plan is now just to untap, play a 3rd land, and cast Dothy, and at least make them have a Plowshares. And if they don't, then they have to remove the Dothy and also beat my hand of Force of Will and Daze. There's a Brainstorm. I think they get basic planes here. School, like, having learned what they did last game, but nope. They like what they found with the Meticulous Archive. Maybe they had the basic planes, huh? Looks something's being cast here. Nadu. That is getting dazed. Okay, Nadu got dazed. Another Dreadnought. That's terrible. Okay, I'm gonna cast my Dothy here. It's gonna go right into a potential daze, but that just resolved. Okay. I think like now they're like trying to F6. They've become aware. They've come back to their computer and they've learned that their clock is frighteningly low. I think there's even a world where I'm supposed to let Nadu resolve just because the technicalities of like getting that to work on MTGO is just too much. Okay, I'm not gonna force here. My brainstorm is too valuable, so I'm gonna untap here and then hopefully get a really good brainstorm going, and then we'll see. They don't shuffle. Okay, they have 4 cards. Okay, let's cast brainstorm. Okay, let's get rid of a Dreadnought and a fetch land. or a land rather, and we'll pass. And so we can Fatal Push and Force of Will, and hopefully that's going to be good enough. We also have the Bowmasters, but I don't want to tap out. And they were showing Veil of Summer mana, so that's kind of scary. Is this... It's Nadu. Okay. Nadu is in. And I think they don't have green mana up here, so I am going to fetch, and then I have Revolt. So I'm going to try and kill the Nadu. That will get them to draw a card. And they reveal Daze, or yeah, Daze is in their hand now. Okay, so I'll pay for the Daze. I'm assuming they have another one. Yep, I'm going to force that. That happened. Nadu is gone. I'm not going to play Psychic Frog because I don't want to lose to another Daze, which they don't have, I guess. But like, I'd rather have Worship Bowmasters for their Nomads. I'll fetch and get Undercity Sewers here, and I'll take the Force of Will. In which case, I think no, you know what? Let's just hang back here. I was gonna say I might as well like flash in the Bowmasters to get the beats on, but Illusionist, yes, you have it. Nomads. Bowmasters. They can Veil of Summer this, which I will Force of Will. Oh, Consigned to Memory? Yeah, I'll just force that. So, Illusionist is dead. They have 50 seconds on the clock. I'll cast my Brainstorm here, looking for some more protection, which I do find. Let's put back Land and Dreadnought, and I'll play the Frog. Fair Macabre doesn't care about Daze. And I will just attack with the Orc Army. They do have the combo. Let's go. I guess if they have another consign, they could consign the fairy. No, that's not true. That's not a triggered ability. That's an activated ability. So consign doesn't work there. It's not going to matter at all because they're going to lose the clock here. But I do feel somewhat happy that I have the thing covered here with Fairy Macabre. I mean, I guess they could. They have the thing. Yeah, hang on. Maybe I'm not supposed to. I'm not supposed to just let all this happen because they will get like if Memory's Journey comes after Thassa's Oracle. Where is Memory's Journey? There it is. Where is Thassa's Oracle? I don't see the Oracle. Is it in their hand? Oh, that's so sick. Am I actually... Wow, the Thassa's Oracle is the last card in their hand? And they have 5 seconds to put it... Wow, that's impressive. Well done, opponent. So I think I'm going to exile, I guess, Dread Return. And where is it? Memory's Journey. I'm not just missing the Oracle, am I? I think they might not have time anyways. I'll yield to this. But their clock says 000. I have to assume their last card in hand was the Oracle. Yeah, they just wrote in the chat that they had it. I mean, I'm not going to concede. It only makes sense that it's true. I don't know. I just don't really feel like I somehow owe that to them. after them having played the way they did, but that is pretty neat. They did navigate it. GG's. Yeah, I don't want to go into a big thing about it. I've played like quote unquote infinite combos before in Magic Online where it's so frustrating and where like with Food Chain, if I had Walking Ballista in my hand and where I've offered my opponent to like reveal my hand if they would just concede to save time, and some will oblige and others will just shrug or ignore you or tell you to fuck off. I've had that happen. Um, I will say that I think there's a meaningful difference. Like in those cases, I haven't been playing slowly. It's that those combos just take an inordinate amount of mouse clicking to execute, whereas that's not the case with Cephalo Breakfast. It's not that many clicks. We like we got to where we got because the opponent had taken minutes to like respond to fetch land activations and brainstorms throughout the match. So yeah, I don't know. It's not the most elegant thing. The whole like chess clock in on Magic Online, but not in paper. All right, on the draw for the final round. I will keep this hand. Flooded Strand go. Righto. I think I will go Misty Rainforest go. If I suspect that I'm not up against Wasteland, then fetching Undercity Sewers would be kind of nice here. And it's the Undercity Sewers Mirror. I really hope this isn't another Reanimator deck. Don't much enjoy that. Okay, so probably it is, or it's Dimir Tempo. Let's get Undercity Sewers. They might have Wastelands, but I think it's worth it here. Let's put Daze in the graveyard. Not the most awesome thing to do. Okay, so I mean, the third land gives us Dress Down into Nulldrifter, but at any time getting somewhat gotten by Daze, or we could Bowmasters this turn. Interesting. Alright, I'm gonna let this Thoughtseize resolve. There's a lot of good stuff in my hand that they need to contend with. Okay, they take the Bowmasters. And I wonder if they daze this Dress Down here. Well, that didn't happen. I draw another one. Excellent. Psychic Frog, that's also very good. Well, I mean, this is all face up, so I wonder what their plan is. Or maybe they just don't have Force of Will or Daze in their hand. They could have Consign to Memory, that would be sick. I get to draw my 2 cards and the Nulldrifter is in. Very exciting. Lauren revealed. Okay. Lauren revealed. Is this... I don't know. What is this? I don't think the Tempo decks play Lauren revealed, right? What's this? Esper Tempo. Esper Reanimator thingy. And I mean, even if they have Plow for this, the value is just so amazing, right? Say what? Cabal Ritual. Now I'm truly confused. Okay, so it is Doomsday. Well, I mean, I'm going to let that resolve. They have to beat Daze plus Force. Plus, if I ever untap, then they have just to contend with so much. Yeah, I wanted to touch upon this in the sideboard, but I didn't. Like, it is a little bit ironic that I'm playing this deck because it is probably one of the most like toxic decks that Doomsday could ever face. All right, let's see. And they made their land drop, so Thassa is not coming through the cavern. Are they passing Serafray? Let's see. This is an Esper Doomsday list. Ooh, it looks like Mark Tobias's list. That's so sweet. I love that list. It's maybe my favorite, or at least a take on that. So it has like both Teferi and the One Ring. It also makes me think there is a chance that they are pivoting completely off Doomsday for the post-board games. All right, just grab the screenshot there. And all right, and looks like they're passing. All right. I'll play a land, and I'm not going to make any moves here. I'm just going to attack and annihilate them. They know about Consign to Memory. I don't think they know about the second Dress Down, but I could be misremembering that. And if they Thoughtseize me here, I think I'm just supposed to cast the ring. Not the ring, I mean just cast Dress Down. Okay, that didn't happen. So I think I'm just going to Daze to Fairy, and then the game is over, right? They have a land drop to make. Force of Will, okay. I guess I will force back. Pitching Brainstorm. And they concede, yeah. Okay, so they are on white. They likely have Swords to Plowshares in the sideboard. They might have Triumph of St. Catherine, although I think that has mostly fallen off favor. So it's mostly probably just for the removal. Like Prismatic Endings and Plowshares, maybe. There was a way back when time when we played Monastery Mentor as well. Let's see. The other Consign to Memories are nice. We are just effectively pre-boarded against this deck. Tarak, I don't hate. Nullrod, yeah, they are the One Ring deck. And maybe, like, yeah, Pact of Negation, or Force of Negation, I mean. Harbingers, maybe, right? Let's put those here, and then, like, the Fatal Pushes as well. So these I want for sure. And I think, let's cut the Shoot the Sheriff. And let's cut 2 Nulldrifters and 2 Dreadnoughts. And maybe, I don't know, if I cut the Brazen Borrowers and don't bring in Fatal Push, and then they suddenly resolve something like a Shoulder, I'm just shit out of luck. 2 Brazen Bees, and then like another Nulldrifter, and I'll bring in a Fatal Push, something like that. Okay, this is a mulligan, no lands. Opponent kept 7. Yeah, I'll keep these. And I will get rid of... Daze, maybe? Yeah. Let's try this. Ponder. Happy to not see turn 1 Thoughtseize. Did I bring in the Harbingers? I forget. No, I didn't. There they are. There they are. Okay, they don't shuffle. And I think I'm going to play Underground Sea here, and then probably end of turn Brainstorm, get rid of the Undercity Sewers, and be able to cast that, or fetch that out next turn. Lotus Petal, okay. Psychic Frog, oh, that was not good. That was not at all what I had hoped and dreamed for. Okay, I'm gonna Brainstorm. Let's get rid of Undercity Sewers and a Consign. And let's try and resolve Torpor Orb. But I mean, maybe then I shouldn't be sitting with my Dreadnought here. There's certainly also a world where they just... Okay, I'm really hoping to dodge Thoughtseize here. There's a Brainstorm. Okay, looks like they're passing. Love Force of Will. I guess I'll take a Brainstorm. And I'll cast this Dreadnought. And then I will also cast a Brainstorm. Okay, that's kind of neat. Don't need the Dress Down. Do I stifle this Flooded Strand? So it's uncertain and unclear to me how much removal they might have. Okay, so they're flying or jumping the frog and coming in hard here. If they can remove my Dreadnought, I think the game is over. Dark Ritual, okay. 4 mana, the One Ring. I think I Force of Will this, and I fully expect them to be able to force back. Or Daze. Yep. There's a Force. Okay. So that's in. And now they just need to find, I don't know, like Teferi or something. Okay. I would love to find, ooh, Nulldrifter. Don't mind if I do. I am keeping up here with the card advantage, at least to an extent. Alright, and I think I will cast this Ponder here, looking for a Force of Will. Okay, so they plow the Dreadnought. Sad times. Yeah, I kind of want these. I'm gonna just draw the land so that if in case they have a Thoughtseize. So let's pass here. Yeah, I don't know. I don't expect to be able to win here with them having they've drawn 3 cards. Next turn they will have drawn 6 cards with the ring. But we will see. Oh, Turok would actually be a sick pull here. If they just have another plow, then it's not looking good. They do. Yikes. Okay, so I have a Psychic Frog there, but oh no, Turok and Torpor Orb doesn't work. Oh, the One Ring. Meet Nullrod. Okay, I'm gonna put back these 2 good cards here. And then I'm going to play this Nullrod. They had Force. Bummer. Okay, I'm actually going to concede. Just save some time here. I'm not going to beat them having drawn that many cards. Alright, so question is, do we even think they are on Doomsday anymore? And if no, then where does that leave us? I think I actually kind of like Harbinger on the play. I know they showed us. No, on the other hand, they are also on. No, I was gonna say they're on Lorne Reveal, but that only gets islands, so never mind. I think maybe I cut a little bit on the enabler things here. Cut a null, a Nulldrifter. No, I was not gonna cut a null rod. I was gonna cut a Torpor Orb and a Dress Down like that. Yeah. Do I need or want more removal? Probably. Probably also the Brazen Borrowers. And maybe the Shoot the Sheriff. So what do I then cut? I think I cut the Stifles. The Consigned Memories are still great. They kill the thing. They counter the One Ring. Okay, but I need 2 more cuts. Maybe I'm just off Nulldrifter and down to 1 Dreadnought. Does that seem reasonable? I don't know. Then I think I'd rather only have 2 Dress Down and have like no Dreadnought but 2 Nulldrifter. Yeah, let's see if this Harbinger thing bites me in the butt. Yeah, let's keep. And we have a way to fetch basic Swamp, which is nice. Swamp. I don't like the lack of interaction in my hand, though. I do wonder if I'm supposed to just cast the Psychic Frog here. I think I am. Psychic Frog, and then I can daze if I need to, but then I can also just like curve out into Harbinger. Force of Will. Pitching Force of Will. Okay, that happens. It's not absolutely certain that they don't have daze, but it probably means they don't have daze. Okay, they liked what they found on top of their deck, so they've kept it there. I wonder if that means I have to be ready to daze something here. Oh, basic swamp. Wow. Thoughtseize, okay. Yeah, Harbinger of the Sea is not very good when they have basic swamp. They just naturally had it. My guess is they take Orcish Bowmasters here. Unless Daze messes with them. Like if they have Dark Ritual Doomsday here, they probably take my Daze. They take Brazen Borrower. That's really interesting. Okay. Do we... Does playing the... I think we play out the Harbinger. I know like they have the basic swamp. But at least it limits them to one black spell per turn. Barrowgoyf. That's terrifying. Okay, that's in. Force of Will. Why have thou forsaken me? Yeah, I think I'm gonna lose this Barrowgoyf. That creature is very good. Alright. It dealt 4 damage, it mills. It didn't mill anything, right? Mills Delta, Duress, Long Goodbye, Teferi. Okay. So no creature, so that didn't draw a card. Okay, I'm gonna flash in Bowmasters. And oh, it's a 5/6 now? Yeah. Certainly in a lot of trouble. I need removal. Ponder. 3 lands. Get out of here. Shuffle. Another Force of Will. Does nothing. Okay. I mean, my attacks are kind of useless here because they just regain all the life, but I still think it's fine or correct to turn the creature sideways here. Okay. They know about days, they don't know about my double Force of Will here. They find 2 Psychic Frogs. They take 1. I am going to Force of Will it. Murktide Regent. Fuck off. Well, so they're gonna have a Psychic Frog. And their last card was Force of Will, and they... Okay. Yikes. Okay, so we're in all sorts of trouble here. Can we draw something? And we don't. Alright, GG's opponent. Okay, so a 3-2 record. Ironically losing to Doomsday in round 5 after having just said how, like, amazingly pre-boarded we are against Doomsday. But opponent was on it, and they had the beautiful transformational sideboard, so I that's certainly a version of Doomsday I really love, so kudos to them on that. The other loss... Oh yeah, the other loss was to Dimir Reanimator or Esper Reanimator. I can't remember. I think it was Dimir. But I think that I like the deck. I like how it felt. Not really sure about the Dreadnoughts. Did kind of feel like they were maybe the least impressive thing going on, but maybe that was also just like because of the matchups I faced. I faced a lot of combo. Did I face anything that wasn't combo? I faced Oops All Spells. I faced 2 Cephalid Breakfast decks. Yeah, 2 Cephalid Breakfast, 2 times Cephalid Breakfast, Oops All Spells, Reanimator, and Doomsday. So I only face combo. I don't know if that means the Dreadnought like is better versus fair decks, because obviously like, Dreadnought is also a little bit rough if they have like a lot of removal. But versus combo, it's like I think this deck, the way I've approached it anyways, is to become like a little bit more like a control deck that just eventually finds like one of its own threats to and then seal the deal. But I don't know. So yeah, I don't know. I hope you had fun. It was a pretty fun league. Thanks so much for watching. You know, please go ahead if you do like what I do here on this channel. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Throw it a like, all that sort of normal YouTube stuff. If you want to contribute to the running of the channel, you can also consider becoming a member. I certainly would appreciate that. And until next time, stay safe, and I'll be back with some more Legacy. Bye bye.